All right. How is everybody doing? It's Penguin Hub. It is November 5th. It is technically the day of the election, but where I'm at, it is 2:20 a.m. Eastern time. Um, um, don't mind me. I accidentally put Colorado and Nevada and New Mexico as a toss-up. But as you can see, I have eight swing states on this map, and the reason I have eight and not seven is because of that one poll that came out the other day of that's apparently has Kamala Harris winning Iowa by 3 points or something like that. So for the sake of this prediction video, I'm gonna just have it as a toss up for now, because I guess from what I read, that poll is that pollster is very I guess you could trust the poll. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to color in Arizona. There you go. Arizona is also a swing state. So I don't know if you all seen Number Sue's video, but I'm with him on this one. I definitely don't think Kamala Harris is going to lose. I think she's going to win this election. I and I think she's going to win this election by more than what people are assuming. I mean, it's you've seen the talk that it's going to be a very close election. My opinion, I don't think it's going to be close. Definitely not when you consider the popular vote, but even electorally, with the electoral college, I mean, sorry, I don't think it's going to be close. I think when you consider the fact that Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan are historically Democrat states. They're historically blue states, and you know you have Tim Walz, who's from the Rust Belt. I think that it's very likely that she wins these three states, and that already puts her at 270 where she needs to be to win this election. And that's just that. But when you consider the fact that the Trump had that comedian at his rally the other day in New York, and he made those comments about Puerto Ricans, it definitely doesn't help his case in Pennsylvania. There's a there's a large amount of Puerto Ricans that live in Pennsylvania. Definitely didn't sit well with them. I mean, I don't know if you know this rapper Nicky Jam. He was at the Trump rally endorsing him, and as soon as that rally in New York happened, he came out and publicly stated that he was no longer endorsing him because of what he said. So that definitely doesn't help his case in Pennsylvania. So this, I guess you could say, this is like the if you want to if you wanted to say that I'm sorry, that Kamala wins in a manner that's very close, this would have to be like I guess the worst, or I guess the closest possible way that she wins, by winning these three states up here, which in my opinion they're locks now. They're locks just because of everything I just said. And honestly, even going over to Nevada, that's I kind of just set it to the side simply because she doesn't need it. But even then, Nevada, again, it's historically a blue state. The last time it went to a Republican was in 2004, but every other time it's gone blue. So you could add Nevada there. It gives her us like a bit of an extra cushion. And let's just assume that the poll is right. She does win Iowa. Let's just assume she does win Iowa. Excuse me, Missouri. Yeah, right. It's 282. But I don't. I'm just for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna say she wins Iowa, just because it's 2 days away. It's like 2 days ago that apparently she's gonna win Iowa. But 276. If we're going based off of history, if we're going based off of demographics, going based off of the her popularity, looking at the polls. This okay. If we're not looking at the polls, you can take off Nevada, but still she wins by 270. This if you just add Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania by looking at history, by looking at where she stands in the polls currently, she wins the election 270. But like I said, and but that isn't my prediction. That's my that's like I guess I'm just showing you the closest possible way that she would win. But if you want to see my real prediction, this is my real prediction. My honest to heart prediction. Honest to God prediction, I mean. She wins Nevada. She loses Arizona just because she did she did Biden did win it last time, but I guess considering the fact that it's a border state, it might not help her case here. So I'm gonna just assume it goes red this time. She thinks she wins Georgia, not Florida. Georgia, because of the black population. There's a lot of melanin queens. She's very popular with the melanin queens. She's half melanin queen herself, and that's definitely going to help her case. I mean, Georgia has been getting bluer for the last couple elections. You can look at the data, compare it, compare 2020 to 2016 and 2016 to 2012. You can see it getting bluer with each passing election. And North Carolina, historically a red state. It went to Obama back in '08 because he was the first black president that was running. Sorry, first black presidential candidate that was running. And this time around, we have a black presidential candidate who's also a woman, and it's against a very unpopular candidate in Donald Trump. And North Carolina was already close with the last election. So I think North Carolina goes blue, in my opinion. I think North Carolina will go blue. I mean, just look at it. Just when you just look at these two states, Georgia and North Carolina, Joe Biden ran against Trump back in 2020, and he won North Georgia, and he almost won North Carolina. It was very close. It was like a point away from going to Biden, where Trump won it by 1 point. I really don't see how Kamala Harris doesn't win these two states that have a large black population in them, especially if it's against Trump, who is more unpopular now than he was during the last election. So this is what you could say my um, official prediction. It would be Kamala Harris wins with 308 electoral votes, and Donald Trump loses with 230 electoral votes. She wins Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, along with Nevada. So those are all like basically almost all the traditional swing states, minus Arizona and minus Iowa now, I guess, if you want to consider Iowa a swing state now. It's not even if even a swing state because apparently she's ahead in Iowa. But yeah, this is my official prediction. But I just wanted to talk about something else a little bit, not including not predicting the election results, but just kind of talking about the fact that I think that it's going to be closer than what people are thinking it's going to be. I mean, people think it's going to be very close. I don't think it's going to be close, in my opinion. I think Kamala is going to win comfortably. Like, I mean, this is my prediction. I think she's going to win Georgia. She's going to win North Carolina. She's going to win Nevada, despite her apparently being, behind in popularity in Nevada. I don't see Nevada going blue, in my opinion. I mean, I don't see Nevada going red, in my opinion. If it does, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think it's more likely it goes blue. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. I mean, it went to Trump once, all the way back in 2016. Sure, it was close last time, but he's more unpopular now. And she's running with a vice presidential candidate that's, from who was a governor in Minnesota and is from the Rust Belt region. And then the comedian made comments about Puerto Ricans, and that doesn't help him in Pennsylvania. So I think that those three states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, are locks for Kamala Harris, which already wins her the election. But then you consider like the demographics, you know, I have to give her Georgia and North Carolina. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if something crazy happened, like if she flipped Florida, just because going based off of demographics alone. See, there's a huge Puerto Rican population there too. I don't know if that would be enough to affect anything. There's also a huge Haitian population in Florida too. And Trump's been making those comments about Haitians, so I wouldn't be surprised if Florida went blue. Hell, I wouldn't even be. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised if she flipped Texas. I know that sounds stupid, but like I said, look at the past, couple elections. Texas has been getting bluer with each election. Compare 2012 to 2016, 2016 to 2020, and so on and so forth. It's been getting bluer. The data's there. It's nothing crazy. Like at this point, this point, Texas is more purple than it is red. And it's definitely going to be sad when Texas goes blue for the Republicans because the Electoral College, it's the only way they can win elections. I mean, you saw what happened. I mean, the last election, Joe Biden could have had 7 million more votes than Trump, and Trump could have still won simply because of the Electoral College. You know, it was just the fact that Joe Biden had more votes in all the right places and barely then. It was like the election was decided by like 60, 70,000 people when you think about it. Because look at all the states that he had to win in order for him to win the election. It was like -1%, like within 2%. It's like a couple thousand in each state, all amounting up to 70,000 when you combine them. But then you look at the popular vote, and Joe Biden has like 7, 8 million more more votes than Trump. So if you take away the electoral college from the Republicans, they're not winning elections. They're more likely not going to win elections. Texas ever becomes blue, it's over for them. Like unless they can flip some other state, like I don't know, which I don't even know what state that would have to be. Because I mean, I guess you could say Florida, but they've kind of already flipped it. And even then, like it might be in some jeopardy. I don't think Florida's gonna go. I don't think Florida's gonna be as red as it was last time. It'll still. I think it'll still be like a likely red. It's still a likely red state, but it's not gonna be as red as it was last time. And honestly, I really don't think some states are gonna be as red as they were last time. Just because I think Trump is more unpopular now. Kamala Harris. I mean, I haven't seen some crazy. I haven't seen like fucking like Democratic Party being looking this exciting since. Uh, I mean, I was a kid back then, but just looking from just looking at videos from past elections, 2008. You can compare it to 2008. 2016 was fucking bullshit. 2020, it was a cry for of desperation to get Trump out of the White House. But 2024, people seem genuinely excited. So I don't see her losing. I really don't see her losing. And yeah, that's my official prediction. I'm sure I had more things to say, but right now I can't remember what I was gonna say aside from everything else that I've already said. Oh yeah, one more thing. I just want to add I just want to add one last thing. Had this been Joe Biden running, I'm not confident at all. I don't think Joe Biden wins this election. Like without a doubt, I don't think he wins this election. I can tell you right now, Trump wins the election without a doubt because Joe Biden's a corpse, and I mean that's not much to say. Anybody can win against the corpse. You put a corpse, you put me on a debate stage against the corpse. I'm obviously gonna win, because the fucking corpse can't even talk. So of course I'm gonna look good debating a corpse, let alone running against the corpse. So yeah, if had it been Joe Biden running, Trump wins. Hell, had it been another candidate other than Trump, it's definitely more nerve wracking, in my opinion. Um, but they decided to put Trump, who was unpopular. I don't understand why people think that. I don't understand why people think that he's popular. He's really not that popular. He really isn't. If you would have put in a DeSantis, I think there's definitely a better chance of the Republicans winning the election. But they done fucked up. They done fucked up. They put Trump, who was already unpopular since 2016, and even more after 2020 when he tried inciting a coup at the Capitol. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You got to feel bad for these people.